Hello, welcome to another Star Wars Black Series review. This is like wave 2 for Ahsoka, but we have Clone Wars as well as Mandalorian figures. Well, it says Mandalorian, but it's just a brand new R2-D2. Okay. Quick look at the side of these boxes. Notice that some of them don't have the plastic inserts anymore. Those are the figures I'm going to be keeping. Whereas the one with the plastic inserts, I'm not sure I'm going to keep. I'm going to sell off. And the reason why I have them is because when I order these, they come in, well, they come in a full box, full wave. I cannot just order them individually. I can from different websites, but it's going to cost a lot more. So it's actually cheap for me just to buy the entire wave. First up we have Hera, and she looks, her face looks a bit wonky. What's wrong with her jaw? But other than that, I mean, the uniform looks good. Looks just like it does in the show. It's got a not big butt, I guess. There's a lot of people focusing on the reviews and stuff and memes and stuff. And she's got some tattoos on her head tails, on lecus. Didn't notice that before. They're much more prominent in the animation version. And once again, I prefer the animation version a lot more. She just looks more alive, you know? But there she is. She's okay, I guess. These head tails are a little bit on the harder side of the plastic. I wish they were a bit softer so it wouldn't get in the way of her head articulation. Head goes down, head goes up, sideways, sideways. Arm goes up. There is a butterfly joint there, but you can see how little it actually moves. It's not the worst one, but not great. And do they really need this extra piece of plastic there when the jacket covers the joint anyway? Rotation here. Elbow up, rotation here. Peg. Seems her hand's on the ball peg. That's new. I've not seen that before. The Black Series. Torso goes back a little bit, forward a little bit. Seriously, that's all it moves. Sideways, sideways. Hardly anything. Leg up, down. A little bit rotation here. They don't have these cuts there anymore. They have a rotation on the knee and just a little bit here with the ball peg, which I guess that's okay. It does make articulation less than previous figures, but it still moves, I guess, enough. Foot goes up, not really. Goes back one, so it's only got 2 clicks, and the joint feels quite thin. I feel like I'm gonna break it. So yeah, but so articulation is so-so. The face of the figure is so-so, but the paint job and the look of the rest of the figure is decent. Next up, we have Marrok, or whatever you want to call this guy. Was it Marrok? I think it's Marrok. Anyway, molding is great. Looks great. The saber looks great, except the paint job is totally off. His armor is far too bright. And we've seen him in bright situations when he's on the shipyards. That was during the daytime, and his armor looks far too plasticky. It doesn't have that metallic feel to it as it should. So even though this figure could look great, the coloring is just a little bit off. An easy fix would be to do some little like metal highlights and then a brown plus a black wash all over his armor, and I think they will look a lot better. It also should help blend in some of these rust paints on his suit. This rust paint again is a bit too bright, a bit too orange, and the lining is too clean, it's too sharp. Rough fabric cape is fine. Head goes back, forward, a lot forward. That's good. Sideways rotation. Torso goes back, forward, sideways, sideways. Rotation there. Arm has a butterfly joint. Now his moves quite good, forwards and back. Arm goes up, full rotation. Now I'm glad this shoulder pad is on its own little peg, so it can rotate or not depending on how you want it. Elbow up. Actually, that rotates a lot. That's good despite having this giant chunk of armor. They've cut it right. I like this. Rotation here. Hand is on a, well, it's technically on a ball peg, and actually it moves quite a lot, actually. That's you see how the lightsaber goes with his hand moving. See? That's a lot. That's good. They're improving. Leg goes up, back. Again, a little bit rotation with the peg inside, rotation here, and this foot can't go forward, the armor gets in the way. It does go back a little bit, but not too much movement there. Decent. Next we have Hyuang. Again, I would prefer him to be more grayish color, darker color, but otherwise the paint on the wiring there is okay, a little bit smudged. The face is painted quite good, gold eyes and his little data pad. Decent. Soft fabric here, that's good. Molding shape's pretty good. I keep thinking like, is this a lightsaber? But no, it's some kind of tool, even though he's like a lightsaber master. He's got this backpack with some articulation, got these two arms that can come up. I guess do some scanning. Backpack does come off, by the way. It's on a peg system, but I'm not taking it off because, I mean, he never takes it off. So, yeah, it goes quite far back. Forward. Rotation. Goes up, down, forward rotation here. And it's on a peg and swivel. Leg goes up, back, sideways. Rotation is down here on the knee. Oh, doesn't go 45 degrees. It goes up, backwards. Yeah, decent articulation. Next, Vizsla, one of Maul's Mandalorian guys. I'm sure there's a lot of reuse here. Take this mask off. Face looks decent and the scar looks great too. This is good. His dark saber doesn't have the crack lines on it, so it's a very clean looking dark saber. It's there's no transparent plastic there. It is, you know, black. I think it's dark gray plastic with black and white painted on top. The helmet is also painted quite nicely. These things rotate. Backpack is a different mold. See the patterns and gears and stuff are all different. His little arm pads and stuff, I'm pretty sure these are just old molds that we used. Yeah, and his torso really doesn't move a lot. It's a bit chunky. So it goes back. No double neck joint because this is based on the Noda figure, I guess. Full rotation here. Arm goes up, down, full rotation. Elbow doesn't go 45 degrees and it doesn't rotate because there's these tubes there. I don't want you to break it. It's not painted all the way down. So, but there is a rotating joint there which doesn't cut the look of the suit mostly, so that's good. And it's on a peg and swivel, but articulation is really tight because of the arm gauntlets and stuff getting in the way. It also goes back, forward, sideways, so... Oh yeah, and he's got these pistols. Two of them. Beep. It goes up and down, not really far back. Rotating joint here. Double old peg knee joint. So yeah, old molds, but it can bend a lot. And leg goes up, down, twisty. Finally, we have R2-D2. It's a new mold. It's much bigger. So he's got the leg that comes down, and it's really stiff once it's up there. It takes you don't cut your fingernails when you want to pose this figure and pull those legs out. A little bit of rotating there, not too much. Soft-ish rubbery cables there. Rotating here, and let's see. If you really need fingernails when you're messing around with this, because if you really want to open these up. Come on. It's right there. And I guess this one as well. Now, don't pull them too hard. You will break the plastic there if you do that. It doesn't go all the way. So open these up. You got these 3 holes in there on each side to plug in stuff. You can also do the same at the top. They have these pegs up there for you to open it. I'm just going to close these because I don't want to break them. And you can open this up with his neck up. And it's stuck. One of his tools stuck in there, which is a problem. I want it. There we go. So that's going to be a problem. Now, in theory, there are these little grooves in there for you to plug in these accessories. So you got the connector arm, like the computer panel, got the clippy arm, little radar dish, electrocuting one, and a what do you call those? Those. You know, submarines have those little up panel like things, I forgot, and this little flamethrower thing, and you see these grooves there where you plug these things in, but as you can see they can fall out of it and get the whole thing stuck. And Yeah, and then this thing only works when the lower leg is either in or out position, just because of how much space there is in there. If this thing is halfway through, I think it like can kind of jam it in the way. Well, you need to rotate to the front to pull it out, because if you rotate it sideways, it also won't move because of the way it's been built. See, it won't go, but you look at the front, let's see, is there any other position it will open? Oh, if it's in the back, maybe? Yeah, okay. So there's only 2 positions where this can actually open. In terms of coloring and stuff, this is good. The metallic is okay, although there's some molding lines here and there. The overall paint job is pretty decent. If I were to just get my Bandai droids and get the R2 out, you can see that obviously the Bandai model is going to have a bit more detail now, so it has a little bit more paint with different parts and stuff. Oh, I have the wait, did I put these? Did I build that arm backwards? Oops. But yeah, obviously I did some painting myself on this droid. The silver there is Silver Leaf from Tamiya spray cans. So yeah, I look forward to Hasbro releasing more astromech droids like this. If you want me to do a video with a closer look on all these droids that I painted, I've reviewed them previously, but if you want to take a look at how I painted all of them, I can do a separate video for that. So decent R2 droid. I'm quite happy with this. The only thing that's missing is the little rocket boost. Hey, I guess that'll be like the ultimate R2. By the way, the Bandai model kit Ultimate one also comes with those little thrusters that you can plug in, so saw, these extra arm bits that open up, and a lot more accessories. This is a slightly smaller wave, only 5 figures, but they're all pretty welcome, I guess. I guess a lot of people would be wanting Vizsla. I'm so with him, I'm okay, and unfortunately he is using mostly older molds, so he's not as good as some of the newer figures, but he's okay. He's painted nicely, and the head underneath is also pretty decent. Hera there, once again, I prefer the Rebel sort of animated figure more than the live action versions. So if you don't have the original Rebels one, this one is okay to pick up. It's decent, but the face isn't quite right, and the animated one just looks much better. Astromech droid is just a nice update. We got all the accessories there. They do require some paint job to make them look much better, to make them look more metallic, but what we got here is a decent new Astromech droid. And I feel bad for people who've been collecting these Astromech droids, because now they have a new mold, and no doubt that there's going to be another R5 at some point, and some other colors, and I don't know, Disneyland exclusives or whatever droid box sets and different colors and stuff. So does that mean you're gonna have to collect them all over again? I never picked up the original Black Series droid because I was really happy living in Asia and being able to get decent prices on the Bandai model kits, and they kept releasing different droids for that, and every release that they also came with more accessories for R2-D2, so it was great. And also because of the way that they were molded, different colored droids also will come with spare parts where you can make another just a regular dome head, round head one instead of the weird shapes that they have. So that was pretty awesome to get. But what I have here with this Black Series one, so pretty decent. So now I'm looking at my model kit droids. I'm thinking, like, should I turn them into a different color now because I have this right here? Maybe. Hyuang is great. This is a great looking droid. I like the character a lot. He's pretty fun. And Marrok here, good figure, but the coloring is a little bit off. If you have some painting skills, definitely go in and touch him up a little bit. And yeah, old mold keeps falling over. Subscribe to Justin Kobe. Look, I'll take have a nice day. I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye now.